What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today we're taking a look at the ultimate creative tool for people who work at home, but also on the go. It is the Logitech Creative Console, part of their new platform that I've had the chance to use for about 6 months now when it was initially released. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how it works, some of the apps that it works with, how to program it specifically to make it the most useful for you, but also some of the new compatible apps that they've just announced in the recent update. I'm also going to be giving away a Logitech Creative Console to one of you guys, so if you want to enter, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment down below as to which creative program you use, and please leave your Instagram username as well so we can contact the winner, and the winner will be announced in 2 weeks. And I also want to give a huge thank you to Logitech for sponsoring this video. So what is the Creative Console? It's coming from a company that is probably the most famous household name in productivity peripherals for as many years as I've been around. Logitech creates the iconic MX Master Mouse that I have been using as my main computer mouse for probably over a decade now, from generation to generation. And I also had the opportunity to get a closer look at the R&D behind it. But I mean, I have like probably a dozen of these in the office. My entire team uses them as well. And in front of me, I also have their keyboard, as they've also made productivity keyboards with and without the number pad, as well as mechanical models as well. So they are really involved in your whole productivity space that even expands on to webcams and microphones as well. And from their acquisition of Logitech, which was actually a product that I used before, they've expanded that to the Creative Console. So what exactly is the Creative Console? It is a tool that is meant to give you a tactile experience that is able to improve the speed and productivity of your favorite creative apps. Having an intuitive experience, to be able to click on different functions that you use all the time, being able to use the dial to interact with different parameters, whether you are photo editing or video editing, is a really effective way for creators to just speed up their overall workflow. When you take a look at the hardware, the keypad itself has 9 soft touch keys that are color displayed, so you can have all of your favorite icons to either quickly access apps or also access quick system settings. And you also have a button right here that allows you to scroll between the different pages that you have custom created through the Logitech Options app that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Stuff like skip, play, pause, as well as emojis and stuff are what I have right here. I also have a quick access to Finder and screenshots, and that is just in the main menu. But I also like to have all of my most accessed apps right there, which a lot of times is Final Cut, DaVinci, Lightroom CC, WhatsApp, and so on. So I have all of them customized right here. Over here is the dial pad. The dial pad is a wireless accessory that you can place anywhere around your desk that works in conjunction with the keypad and the programs that you have it set to, and you can essentially place it to wherever is very comfortable and use it as your actual intuitive interface. It is an aluminum dial pad that takes all of the experience that Logitech has in like the tactile feedback and hardware mechanics through their Swiss engineering, and you can enjoy that through the dial pad right here, as well as the roller on the top. It just all feels very Logitech, very minimally designed, intentional, looks great with their desk setup, and of course goes with the entire collection, whether you have black or white accessories. I think this approach from Logitech is really unique, and it makes a lot of sense. Traditionally in the world of photo editing and video editing, which is my main use case, we have larger boards. Logitech, for example, as well as Blackmagic and DaVinci, have their own boards that are specialized towards a single type of software. And I've also seen other accessories that have an element of modularity as well. Where I think Logitech's system is really unique is the fact that you can have this at your desk, but it is also a really good on-the-go setup. As someone who's usually used to large boards, you simply can't travel with those. And a lot of times if I need to edit on the go, I'm not the biggest fan of it because I just find it takes a lot longer than just taking it home to do the work. But there are scenarios where deadlines are very tight, and being able to bring this Logitech Creative Console with me on the go can make my life so much easier. And the fact that it fits into such a small form factor while still having access to customizable pages and buttons is how I speed up my productivity. So when it comes to compatibility, the Creative Console works with the core of Adobe Creative Cloud apps, and in fact, if you purchase this, you get a 3-month free subscription to Adobe Creative Suite. So it's compatible with Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Lightroom Classic, Illustrator, After Effects, and Audition. And on top of that, I think the biggest thing is after its recent update, it has expanded the compatibility to Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Lightroom CC, which is a big one, and Affinity Photo, as well as Figma. And the marketplace is always continually growing, so they've worked on kind of building that ecosystem to then work with all of the apps that you might use. And I think the fact that it works with Final Cut, as well as Lightroom CC and DaVinci Resolve, is really why it is the perfect productivity tool, both for at home and on the go, by being able to work not only with my main interface in macOS and quick access apps, but also specifically within the creative tools that I use. It works as well. So let's go ahead and show you guys some examples of it in action with 3 of my most used apps, which is Lightroom CC, Final Cut Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. So beginning with Final Cut Pro, I've never previously used a specific board, and honestly, I'm really bad at knowing all of the key commands and everything and memorizing keystrokes, even after over a decade in the video industry. I like to have things visual and I like to have it intuitive. So actually the built-in functions that are pre-programmed for Final Cut have been a really good starting point. Being able to do the splits, the blade cuts, as well as switching between the different pointer settings has been really easy to get used to. And as someone who usually does have to edit videos on a pretty quick turnaround, it has really transformed my workflow, but also being able to scroll through the timeline in conjunction with using horizontal scrolling on my mouse has just added another dimension to that experience. Being able to intuitively adjust levels, make micro adjustments, as well as transform tools is really nice, because there are certain things when it comes to editing that are a little bit harder to do specifically on a mouse when it comes to precision. When it comes to DaVinci Resolve, as I mentioned, I'm used to using a very large board that is heavy, expensive, and in this case, I've actually programmed my Creative Console to do a lot of the same things, because at the end of the day, I don't end up using a lot of the tools on the larger boards, but things like being able to quickly change the white balance, the color temperature, the color boost, saturation, contrast, mid-detail are all things that I actually have programmed onto my Creative Console and use in conjunction with the dial pad that has a two-way setup that also allows me to have a page set for the editing tab to be able to quickly trim clips, silence them, and also retime. Adding and removing editing nodes are some other ideas of what you could add as quick access buttons. And the roller also serves as a really good tool for adjusting levels as well. So over time, your muscle memory will continue to enhance with your workflow to quickly and easily be able to adjust the settings that you need to. And it almost becomes second nature, which is what all these tools are about. When it comes to editing photos on Lightroom, I feel like that is like the first thought for these editing tools and creative boards, because having to scroll through all the different levels, color parameters, adjusting hue, saturation, and luminance can be quite tedious on a mouse, especially if you're trying to get that very precise parameter to edit your photo perfectly. So I really like how it is now compatible with Lightroom Creative Cloud, because I had switched over to CC out of Classic, and a lot of the accessories that I wanted to try were not actually compatible with Lightroom Creative Cloud, and so this has really helped me edit a lot of photos much quicker. I'm someone who takes hundreds of photos on each trip, on multiple cameras, and that aspect is pretty easy, but actually going through each photo and editing it exactly the way I would like is something that I just always dread, because it takes so much time in addition to video. So by being able to add some of my favorite parameters that I edit the most on a typical photo just right here has really helped. Photoshop, for example, Illustrator are also very similar programs that traditionally have a lot of different functions and parameters on one sidebar with all of your tools, which can be very overwhelming. But once you know the tools that you want to be able to quickly access or use the most in your everyday workflow, you can go ahead and add it here and access it with the click of a button. I think it's a really creative approach that Logitech has both a connected piece that you would traditionally have right here on your desk setup, as well as a separate console that you can put anywhere on your desk, whether it's on the left side or the right side of your mouse, and adjust everything so specifically. It's an approach that I haven't really seen before, honestly. So now let's go ahead and talk about what the process is like to customize the Creative Console perfect for your workflow. One thing that is really great about the actual integration of the Creative Console into macOS or Windows is the virtual action ring. Through the dial pad, you can press a button and it will open up a ring of functions that you want to be able to activate quickly on top of the ones that you can access by button. So it continues to expand the functionality on what is a very simple and non-intimidating hardware setup. So when you go into Logitech options, it gives you a whole array of customizability. You can add all of the apps that you'd like compatible. You can change the icons. You can change which exact programs you would like it to activate, which specific OS functions. And on top of that, you can go to the marketplace and download compatibility of supported programs that, as I mentioned, will continue to expand. Through the process itself, you can really fine tune where exactly you'd like everything, and I think the beauty of any workflow, and one that works for you, is that you can figure out over time which functions you enjoy, which ones you would like to replace, maybe change the placement of it. Having icon packs is a lot of fun, but literally every aspect of the Creative Console system is fully customizable, and it's the same portal that you have all of your other favorite Logitech accessories on in your daily workflow. So at the end of the day, if you are someone who uses Photoshop, Lightroom, any of the Adobe Creative Cloud, or you use Final Cut or DaVinci, the Creative Console is a tool that can help you. When it comes to speed and efficiency, as well as an intuitive element, I feel like it's just natural in the way that it integrates into your workflow. I typically have the Creative Console just over here, and then I also have the dial pad over to the left side. And from there, I just adjust everything while being able to touch different functions that I want to be able to activate as quickly as possible. But I think its most powerful element is that it replaces the need for a large creative board and instead gives you something that you can bring on the go wherever your workflow is around the world without the need for having to pack something with you all the time. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.